Today we're going to be talking about a pretty big mistake, in my opinion, that a lot of people made over the past couple of months and even, over like the last year or so into 2023 that I think we all need to learn from and we all can learn from. So I want to start off by saying that I guess in general, I'm a pretty positive or like pretty optimistic person. Obviously, I like to do research and I like to have like reasoning and logic and numbers and some kind of statistics to back up some of the things that I'm thinking. But overall, in general, I think, life is like pretty good and things usually go pretty well, and as long as you're making the right decisions, things are usually going to work out. So one thing that I thought was interesting was over the past couple of months, especially since CS2's release, obviously the CS2 release wasn't really necessarily what people were looking for, but people have been very, very, very pessimistic, and to me, that was a huge mistake, and I've been talking about why that was such a huge mistake. In this video today, we're going to be going over where I think these people went wrong and hopefully what we can learn from it. But first, I just want to mention real quick, if you are looking to sell any of your CS2 items, definitely hit me up over on Twitter. My Twitter is going to be the first link in the description below. You can see my @ on screen right there as well, at I_am_germ. If you need some IRL money quick, or you just need to get some cash to switch up your inventory or whatever, I can get you guys cash, crypto, any other payment method that you're looking for. Buying almost any and everything for between like 85 and 90% buff can get you, an instant offer, instant cash outs. You don't have to worry about getting scammed or waiting around or whatever. So yeah, hit me up. We can get a deal done. Obviously, by selling to me, you're helping support me, my channel, and my content as well. So with that being said, let's get right into this. So you can see this tweet from February 1st of 2024. I said, every time FUD has been at ridiculous levels in the CS markets, the markets have always come back and people have made loads of money. Nah, this time is different, I think, because that is something very, very interesting to, I think, take away from the history of good assets. And you could argue whether you think Counter-Strike items are good assets or whatever, obviously, but I would counter that by saying if you don't think Counter-Strike items are good assets, then why would you ever invest into Counter-Strike items? If you believe in Counter-Strike and you believe in Counter-Strike items and you believe in Counter-Strike investing, which obviously I do, at least to some extent, I don't have like my entire net worth on the line or anything like that, but I have at this point significant amounts of money in these markets. And, I think there is a long enough standing tradition. Yeah, is there hundreds of years of the CS markets? No, but at this point we're going on a decade plus of, Valve showing their commitment to the game and people showing that they love the game and the markets having, at least some kind of fundamentals and stuff over time. And some kind of reason to go up. If you believe in the CS markets, then you should be buying the dip, and you should be buying in consistently into what you think are consistently good items at hopefully pretty good prices. Now, obviously, people who bought during the CS2 hype or whatever, they are down. They kind of got crushed. They got, kind of rinsed over the past couple months or whatever, but that's just one small time period. And if you had been buying before that, and if you had been buying after that, then hey, you're probably pretty close to even, or you've maybe even made money since then as well, because obviously those cost bases are going to average out over time. But again, what I thought was very weird was how negative people had been over the past couple of months. Like I said, the CS2 release isn't necessarily what we were looking for, but that doesn't mean the game was going to stay like that forever. And if we had seen anything from Valve, throughout the Counter-Strike Global Offensive era, was that they're going to make changes to their game, they're going to fix things, they're going to figure it out, and they're going to eventually be able to make a great game that people love. Again, yes, the launch was absolutely disastrous, and it wasn't what we were expecting, but this isn't a short-term thing. Investing is not, how is Counter-Strike right now, or how is Counter-Strike going to be a week from now, or a month from now, or whatever. It's, how is Counter-Strike going to be a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? That is what you're investing in. And again, in those short-term dips, that's really where you can get the amazing pickups and the amazing prices. But I had been telling everyone this, same thing I'm saying right now. If you think that 5 years from now CS2 will be an amazing game that reaches new heights higher than CSGO ever did, then you should be buying right now, and it's a no-brainer. The short-term shit doesn't matter. If you don't, then you shouldn't invest in CS anyway. Simple. So I had been telling people, like, it doesn't make sense to be sitting on sidelines. It doesn't make sense to not be buying, or at least be considering buying or looking into what items you think are good or whatever. But the common responses that I was getting, and not only just to me, but throughout all of social media, was people saying stuff like, one, why would I buy now? I'm just going to wait to buy lower. Counter-Strike 2 is still shit. Or I'm going to wait till a new operation comes out. I'm going to wait till the operation crash, and then I'm going to buy lower. Which, again, I told people, hey, that is not sound logic, because you can say, yes, that when an operation happens, do prices usually crash? Yeah, it's usually like some kind of flash crash. Prices might go down for a day or a week or a couple of months or whatever, but that doesn't mean that prices are going to be lower than where you're buying at today. Because again, say something is like $10 right now or whatever. and you don't buy it today, and then that price goes from $10 to $12 to $15, say it goes up to $20, say it only goes up to $15, whatever, say 15, 20, whatever. Now all of a sudden an operation comes out, that thing that was $10 and is now $20 might crash down to 18 or 17 or 15 or 14 or even 12, whatever. Say it crashes all the way down to 12 or 11. Just because you bought after the crash doesn't mean you got a better price. You would have been better off buying it at $10 back then, obviously. And that just goes to show us that no one knows what is going to happen in the future. And that is the biggest part of this video. People thinking that they are too smart, too intelligent, too far up their own ass, whatever, to think they know better than anyone else. Like, a lot of this stuff is mostly random of when it's going to happen. We don't know when Valve is going to drop a major update like the Call to Arms update or whatever it was called that added these new stickers and these new crafts or everything that got the player base back up and reinvigorated or whatever. The only thing we do know is that over time, good assets and good markets and things that you want to be invested in generally go up. And if you look to Counter-Strike items, the good investment grade Counter-Strike items, zoom out, look at a 10-year graph of one of these items or a 5-year graph or whatever. Generally, it goes up. There's an upward trend. So if you are sitting on the sidelines or waiting to buy at a lower price or, not buying right now because you're going to get a better price later or whatever, you're betting against the math and the statistics, because something that generally goes up and you're saying, oh, no, I think it's going to go down right now, you are making a losing bet, even if you think you have sound logic or some amazing reasoning or whatever. Because, again, if we start to look at some of these things, all these people that were sitting on the sidelines because they were waiting for lower prices, because CS2 shit, or because this isn't the bottom, because they know, because it came to them in a dream, or their source told them that prices were going to go lower or whatever. Again, look at where prices have gone over the past month. Prices have pretty much just gone straight up. This is the Esport Fire 300 graph. Here we have the CSGO all items graph over the past month. This is just straight up. Look at the past 3 months. This is obviously the all item graph, which encompasses a little bit more. But if we do look at the Esport Fire graph for the past 3 months, you can see here since the beginning of the year, this is like 2024. Again, pretty much just straight up from then. I'm not sure what the all item graph looks like if we go from here. Okay, it's still kind of down, but obviously this is going to encompass way more stuff, and that's why people like to use indexes and different things, because there's just so many different items in CS2. But yeah, prices have just been going absolutely crazy. And if you want to take a better look, you can look at all kinds of different item classes. You have stuff like play skins, obviously high-end play skins like a Vulcan, up 12% in the last month. A little bit cheaper play skins like the Asimov, up 11% in the past month. You have stuff like filler skins or trade-up skins. The MP9 Army Machine Factory New, up 25% in the past month. You have agents like Number K, up 18% in the past month. You have cases, Prism 2 case, up 9% in the past month. You have patches like the Dead Men patch, even a higher-end patch like that, up 12% in the past month. I went on Price Empire and I tried to look at what kind of things have been doing well over the past 2 months and what kind of gains and things we've been seeing. I sorted this by liquidity, and I sorted this by things that cost at least $1. So we're not getting like 2-cent things that went to 4 cents or something like that. But obviously you have a ton of stickers, which again, no one knew that some crazy update was going to drop that was going to change crafting forever and make stickers like so insane and all this. So again, it's hard to predict. No one knows what Valve's going to do. No one knows where the markets are going to go. But obviously, this was great for stickers. It was great for crafting, and it was great for skins that have a lot of craftability. So you can see, a bunch of stickers went up over 100% in the last 2 months. You had a bunch of skins like the Apotheris, which is up 66%. You have the AK-47 Slate, which is obviously amazing for crafts, up 62%. You have a bunch more stickers. You have an Agent up 58%. You have more skins. I mean, really, the only thing that hasn't been doing as well lately as a lot of other things in the market is like cases have kind of been stagnant or kind of flat. And then obviously major items like Stockholm and Antwerp and Paris stuff have been all over the place. Some of that stuff's up, some of that stuff's down. But skins, stickers, capsules, patches, agents, all this stuff has been absolutely killing it over the past 2 months. And if you in November or December or January were sitting on the sideline saying, oh, I'm going to wait for an operation. We have no idea when that operation is coming out, by the way. Or you're saying, oh, CS2 is still shit. I'm going to wait until prices go lower. That's a little bit weird, because obviously if CS2 shit, that makes Valve more likely to come out with big, crazy updates. And obviously if the CS2 release didn't have a bunch of crazy stuff in it, that means we're more likely to be getting a big, crazy update. And again, if you think CS2 is shit, or you think Counter-Strike is dead, or you think CS2 is never going to be as big as CSGO, you shouldn't be in the markets at all. You should have no money in Counter-Strike investments. You either believe in the future of Counter-Strike or you don't. You are either investing in Counter-Strike or you're not. So why were so many people being so negative and pessimistic and doing this half-assed thing? Just because they're doomers, they're negative people, they just think it's cool to shit on stuff or whatever. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense logically. It doesn't make sense mathematically. And these people have paid the price over the past 2 or 3 months. If you have been out of the market, you have been killed. Now, obviously, I didn't know this was going to happen. And I'm not saying this was guaranteed to happen, but I'm just saying learn from this mistake that the best investing strategies are to consistently buy stuff buy the best items, especially when they're at good prices, and just consistently buy them. Don't worry about all these other market factors, because again, the stuff that's happening right now, today, this week, this month, whatever, it's not even really going to matter 5 years from now, or even 2 years from now, or maybe even next year. No one knows where this stuff is going to go. But if you're always consistently buying good stuff, yeah, sometimes you're going to get caught in the 2023 craziness, but every once in a while, you're going to get caught up in these crazy runs as well, and it's all going to even out. And again, if the markets are generally going up over time, and if the good items are generally going up over time, you're going to make money, and you're going to have a lot less stress. You're going to have a lot less worry, because you're not going to constantly be worrying about, oh, is this the perfect time to buy? Is this the right time to buy? You're not going to be sending out this 5-page tweet thread about how the markets are going lower and anyone who's buying right now is an idiot and blah, 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 blah. No, you're just going to consistently buy, and you're going to have an inventory of crazy stuff. And if you are correct that Counter-Strike 2 has a bright future ahead of it, and that you were buying the right items and the right stuff, you're going to make money over time. So stop being so pessimistic. Stop being so cringe. Stop being so weird. Either you like Counter-Strike and you believe in it, or you don't. Either invest in the markets or don't. And if you do, again, consistently buying good stuff over time, at least I think, in my opinion, is the way to go. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Hopefully I catch you in the next one. But until then, peace.